Hey everyone, welcome to our recap of the season premiere of Survivor Season 30.
Wow, I can't hardly believe that it's been 30 seasons.
Oh my god! I feel old.
So this is something that they've never done before. It's a 3 tribes. They've done 3 tribes before,
Right.
but this is a
They're breaking it down a little differently.
collars. White collar, blue collar, and no collar. Come on, you know what it means. And if you want to see our cast assessment, just watch the video that we're going to link in the bottom bar.
Alright, so, as always, or as this time, 18 Americans are heading out on this adventure.
Yep, there are the rule makers, the rule followers, and the rule breakers.
We'll let you figure out who's who.
So right off the bat, they're already broken up into tribes. Jeff is like, yo, you have to pick one person to represent your tribe.
Right, so for the white collar tribe, Joaquin steps up. He seems like a kind of person.
Well, after everybody was picked, they also said, all right, that person that was picked has to pick a partner to help them make a decision.
So Joaquin picked So.
Right. So for the blue collar tribe, they decided to pick Dan. Dan the postman. He's a whole lot of drama.
Yeah, and then he went ahead and picked Mike, who is, we'll get there.
Yeah. All right, and then on the no-collar tribe...
Nobody wanted to step up, and the white-collar tribe was being so annoying. They were like, that's so typical, like, no one wants to do anything over there.
All right, so Will ended up being the person to represent.
Everybody was happy with that decision, because he promised that he was going to provide sandwiches for the tribe. Some Sammies.
Yep. And then, I forget, did Jen volunteer afterwards? Or he picked her?
Kind of picked her, yeah.
Okay. So Jeff's like, yo, here's your map. Get your butts to camp.
Yeah, we'll find out what the deal is
later.
Yeah.
So
let's talk about the no-collar tribe first.
That's Nagaroti?
Nagarot. Nagaroti.
You know, it's gonna be a while.
It's always like that the first 2 episodes.
Right.
So anyway, the 2 people who have stepped forward have a decision to make together.
Right.
They have 2 boxes.
They get to the tree mail and they're like, oh, one says deceive and one says honest.
So if you pick honest, you get a nice big bag of beans.
Well, a moderate bag of beans.
A survivor big bag of beans to take back to your tribe.
And that's it. And a hearty handshake. But the deceive bag is quite a bit smaller, but it also comes with a little plus.
You get a clue for a hidden immunity idol.
That's right. So right off the bat, they were like, you know what? We're not going to make any bonds by being deceptive this early in the game.
Yeah,
so.
They want to keep the team strong, so they decide to go the honest route and take the big bag.
All right. So also on their tribe, Vince and Jen.
Is there a bit of a love connection going on there, or what?
Maybe if you're
maybe
Vince.
One-sided. He's like really into her. He's like, yeah, I just see that smile and those eyes, and I just know
Forget
we're like
about it.
Kindred spirits.
Right. Give me a hug.
And she's
really
like,
long, uncomfortable, awkward hug.
And she was like, all right, I'm gonna go along with it because I want to make some friends right now.
Exactly.
But then it looks like Joe catches her eye because Joe is a hero. And makes fire.
Joe is amazing. Joe makes fire. He knows about construction.
Mm-hmm.
He knows about the ladies.
So Vince gets really jealous because he sees Jen checking him out. And he's like, do you think Joe's attractive? It's just like, what are you talking about? Like, calm down.
Just chill.
So it should get pretty interesting with those 3.
Yeah, it's a real love triangle there. All right, so let's talk about the blue-collar tribe, Escameca.
All right.
They choose the big bag as well. They want to be honest.
They were kind of debating going the deceive route, but then they were like, no, I guess we have to bring back the beans.
And even though they picked the honest bag, when they got back to camp, one of the ladies was like, that bag is small. They lied to us.
I think it was the barrel rider was like,
okay.
I think they lied.
Well, they were also really good at making fire.
Mm-hmm. They got their fire going.
They're working on their shelter. Mike seems to be not afraid to try anything.
He found this scorpion, and he cut off the tail, which was smart. But then he was like, ooh, here's some protein. I'm going for it. Down the hatch.
It didn't taste too good, and then it made him throw up, and then he had the sweats. So I'm thinking, you know what? The poison's probably not just in the tail.
I don't think it's worth that small amount of protein that you would get for all of that puke and pain.
Well, Dan happens to be very abrasive.
He really is. So they're working on the shelter. There's a lot of tension, a lot of people...
That's not gonna work!
Coming up with different
stupid.
ideas. He's like, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
He's really abrasive.
Yeah, like there's no need for that at this point.
No, he's not making any friends, and he's also not making any friends with that tiny underwear that he's wearing.
Put it away!
It's so funny because his underwear is way too tight and small, and Mike's underwear is way too big and floppy. They should switch underwear.
Swapsies.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's talk about the white collar tribe.
Messiah.
So they start out with their intros. It's like, I'm this one. I do this.
When's the drum circle? Oh my God, when are we going on the retreat?
I know, it was like a corporate retreat.
I know. So they, meaning Joaquin and
so.
yeah, decide to be deceptive and take the small bag because they want that clue.
So they are automatically pretty much aligned at that point because they both know about this hidden immunity idol. So they kind of have to work together.
They made up a story that had a lot of holes in it.
It
where
was
there
BS.
was 3 bags or 3 boxes.
One was neutral, so they decided to pick neutral instead of honest, because that's really smart.
You're lying to the boss, and the bosses aren't buying it.
No, they are not. So Carolyn and Shireen are like, hey, let's work together. We both seem pretty normal-ish, so...
Yeah, let's make it a Max alliance. And,
yeah, they pull in Max by talking about how crappy that lie was. And he's like, yeah, I agree. Let's work together.
And unbeknownst to them, he is the professor who taught a class in Survivor, so...
Max better watch that mouth, though.
You think a professor who had taught about Survivor would know how to make fire?
Nope.
But nobody on the tribe is able to make fire.
And their shelter, subpar.
Uncomfortable as hell.
Yeah, so Carolyn knows that something's up with this whole So and Joaquin situation. So she decides she's going to watch them like a hawk.
Yeah. And
So-
she also knows from watching past seasons of Survivor what to look for when you're looking for the hidden
You
immunity
need some
idol.
sort of weird landmark.
You need a tree vagina.
So she finds one, and she digs out that hidden immunity idol.
Wow.
It was a great moment.
We laughed so hard all night. All right, so it's time for the immunity challenge. It's a team obstacle because it's team immunity. You have to, there's a couple of choices you have to make. You have to choose whether or not you want to use keys or untie knots.
Right?
And you also have to choose what type of puzzle you want.
Yeah, because it all comes down to that last puzzle. So you can either pick a 5-piece puzzle, a 10-piece puzzle, or a 50-piece puzzle. Now,
They
you're
all take
probably
about the
thinking,
same
like,
amount
I
of
want
time.
the 5-piece
Yeah.
puzzle. But they all have their pros and cons because you need a certain type of mind
Right.
to complete each puzzle.
Okay.
So it's all about picking which one is going to work best for you.
Well, there's also prizes along with immunity. First place, you get a deluxe fire kit.
First place. I'm not going to go there.
Second place, you get a set of steak knives.
Just kidding. But
You
you
get a
do get
flint.
Flint.
Right. And third place, you get to go to tribal.
You fired.
So everyone chose knots after they chose keys.
Yeah, the keys were not working, so they all switched over to knots. And Blue Collar was
Woo.
trailing.
They were really trailing. I'm surprised because you think they'd be good at physical challenge.
Yeah, so they get to the puzzles. There's a couple of substitutes in there. No Collar decides to go with the 10-piece puzzle. And Joe pulls it out because he has to do everything on this tribe.
Somebody else was doing it, I can't remember who, and Joe was like, let me do this.
Tap out.
And he was just like,
Yeah.
done.
Did you see that?
I did.
All right, so then it came down to White Collar and Blue Collar. So White went with the 50-piece puzzle.
You think the white-collared tribe would be really good at solving puzzles, aka problems, but
Well,
so
Shireen
much.
was blowing it.
she was blowing it big time.
So Blue was doing the 10-piece puzzle, and they got a chance to catch up.
Right. So it was replacements Mike and replacements Max down to the wire. And Blue Collar made an amazing comeback, and they got second place, which means the White Collar tribe is going tribal.
Uh-oh.
Someone's getting fired.
Yeah,
Alright.
so immediately, White Collar's like, oh, it's gonna be Carolyn or Shireen because they're old.
And the guys are strong. You don't want to get rid of a guy at this point because that would be stupid.
Yeah, so Carolyn's kind of scrambling at this point. She's telling Tyler, look, I know that So and Joaquin don't have the idol because I have it.
What?
So that's a big thing to put out there.
She tells Tyler she wants So out.
Because So is going around telling everyone, vote out Carolyn. Vote out Carolyn!
She can hear you.
Yeah, and it's so obvious.
Yeah. So it's time for tribal, probesting time. And Joaquin tells the story about, oh, there was a neutral box.
Yeah, there's like 3 boxes or what I think. Was it? Yeah.
Shireen is like, they're bad liars.
Yeah.
They're really bad. And Max agrees, they're really bad liars.
Now this is where I'm saying Max needs to like be careful.
Right.
Because he was like, yeah, they suck at lying.
Yep.
Control it, man.
So then So spills the beans. She's like, yeah, the 4 of us are strong.
So Jeff is like, the 4 of you? So it's everyone on the tribe except for Carolyn and Shireen. And they're just like, uh-oh.
Yeah, and So doesn't stop there. She just keeps going on and on and on.
Yeah.
She just can't control herself.
And Carolyn's like, well, Max is with us, so suck it.
No, he's with us.
Yeah.
Really? And then So's like to Carolyn, yeah, we're voting you out.
We'll see about that. They continue arguing, blah, 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 blah. It's time for the vote.
All right, so I was shocked that Carolyn did not play the Hidden Immunity Idol.
I was too. She's really
What
lucky.
you thinking, girl?
She's really lucky that she had the votes to stay. It was
Yeah.
So who was, I was going to say evicted.
So, bye.
Kicked out. Voted off.
She got fired.
Yep.
All right, so next time, the White Collar tribe decides to turn into the No Collar tribe, the No Clothing
No
tribe.
clothing tribe.
Ugh,
What's going on there? This isn't Utopia.
we don't want naked time. And I feel really bad for Nina because there's a lot of drama surrounding.
She's not getting along with her tribe.
Yeah, she's feeling really different. So I feel bad for her. Let us know what you guys think in the comments.
Who are your early faves? And were any of these people different than what you expected after the cast reveal?
Yes, and did you really want to see So go, or did you want to see Carolyn go?
Would you write down on your ballot, so much drama?
Or would you spell Carolyn's name C-H...
Sherilyn.
Sherilyn, yeah. Really, Joaquin? Come on. Let us know, and until next time,
Much love.
Edit.